Next into the arena will be Jodie Newall riding Maxx Jasper. Jodie's been competing today in the young horse classes already, riding her 6-year-old Jive Magic gelding. Jodie and Maxx Jasper about to enter the arena. Third on in the 2012 PSI Dressage and Jumping with the Stars. Is it the low battery? What's going on? Thank you, Vicky. Soon into the arena, Jodie Newall and Maxx Jasper. Down centre line, in collected canter. Could be a little straighter and unfortunately a little more balance. Again, we can see from the pine trees in the background and that swinging tail of Maxx Jasper. It's wind quite strong here. About to proceed in the first of the extended trots. Transition back, he could be a little more supple in the corners. Into the trot half pass to the right. A little bit on the shoulders, a little bit of nodding there. Half passes generally, I would say, tend to look better from the front. More recently at the major championships, World Championships will be at the Olympic Games very soon in London. There's 7 judges. 2 are positioned at the end that we are viewing the test from. And the second half pass, again, well performed. Beautiful square halt. Well done, Jodie. Rein back 5 steps, accurate and more or less directly forward to trot. So picking up a good mark there and into the extended trot again. Good energy from behind. Could be a little looser over the back. Again, fairly good mark. Clear into passage without hesitation. Little hesitation into the piaffe, but passage well done. And some misunderstanding there. Little bounding forward, losing the balance and having to just push forward to keep his balance. So the passage they're not done over the full distance, starting at the quarter line. So although the passage was fair enough, a little bit of a deduction. Extended walk, again, the tension from that first piaffe perhaps still evident. He could walk more through his body and we could see more oversteps. So looking at that, we want to see the hind foot landing well in front of where the front foot has been on that side. We'd like to see 2 hoof overstep approximately for a mark in the 7s and 3 hoof overstep for a mark in the 8s. The other factors, of course, shoulder freedom, whether the horse is walking through his whole body, but could have been a little more overstep. The collected walk, however, much shorter steps, so into the hoof print, or in this case perhaps not quite to the hoof print, although difficult in the heavy sand. No problems in the collected walk. Transition clear into, without hesitation, into the passage. So again, Jodie doing a good job here. The only small blemish was the first piaffe. Starting the second piaffe a little earlier and managing well this time. A little tight in the back, but without any major problems. Little hesitation in the transitions, but out again. Could do more behind, but quite expressive with the front legs in the passage. Very slight swaying, hardly a problem at all. To the collected canter, again, we'd like to see a bit more engagement, a little bit more uphill frame. Coming into the 2-time changes, 9 2-time changes required. First one. Tiny mistake at the end. Unfortunately, he did a 1-time change at the very end, but otherwise job well done. Jodie doing her best to sit still, having to be a little bit strong with the aids and losing something of the lightness. The extended canter, good transition in, coming back a little early, could be a little looser over the back, but nonetheless performed accurately. Into the canter zigzag, starting to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So coming a little more to the left side of the centre line, could be a little better laid out. Jodie making a minor correction in the middle there. Something happening every stride, back sidewards again, and the final flying change. So through the zigzag. Again, I get the feeling it's a little heavy the going and some difficulty getting off the ground. The one-time changes, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. And unfortunately falling back to the trot at the 12th, but in the end the 15th performed. She was having some difficulty helping him keep his balance in the flying change to the right. He was moving more sideways to the right than to the left, and then in the end in the 13th falling back to the trot. Balance in these more difficult movements, as in the piaffe, absolutely critical. And the counter pirouette, well performed. Single flying change, fairly straight. Second pirouette coming up. Jodie doing a good job here. Second pirouette, and coming a little wide behind, but cleanly through the pirouette, maintaining the canter. Transition to trot. He could have been a little more uphill, coming a little deep with the pole, the highest part of his head. And good energy in the extended trot. Coming down centre line. Transition to passage, a little bit swaying we see here from the straight on angle, and into the piaffe. Oh, hesitation as in the first piaffe. This time not a bound forward, but a backward tendency. So unfortunately there's going to be 2 low marks, the first and third piaffes. Final passage maintained, could be a little straighter with less swaying, and final hold appears square from where we are. Again, we're getting an insight into how the judge might see this from the centre line. For instance, the straightness in the passage was to us evident for the first time. With Rambo, we noticed how straight he was on the centre line.